Hello, welcome back to those of you who have subscribed. I just want to thank all of you first. Because of you, we have got our channel monetized, and so we can bring even more RPG content, and that's all down to you. So truly, thank you. So, on to topic. Starfield has released a pretty large update, boasting over 100 fixes. But does it actually fix any problems or concerns that you have been mentioning in the comments? So, jumping down to the Outpost section, first up we have fixed an issue where weapon cases built by the player in an outpost would populate with weapons and ammo after reloading the game. They have put some effort into fixing an exploit that players could farm weapons using these weapon crates, which were sellable plus had a chance of spawning legendaries to try and get the right buffs on weapons you want. Strangely enough, in update 1.8.87 and update 1.8.88, both stated that they had fixed this problem. So they have put at least 3 months into removing this exploit that benefits the player from a single player game. What else have they fixed about Outposts? Fixed a rare missing terrain issue that could occur after fast travelling to an outpost near New Atlantis. Now, this was necessary. Anyone who's put any time into building an outpost that was unlucky enough to do it near New Atlantis shouldn't have to suffer with this. So I'm pretty happy with this one. The area around New Atlantis was my first thought of where I was going to put my outpost until I researched a bit more. Next is fixed an issue that could cause bulldozed objects to reappear when returning to an outpost. Again, this is good news as it happened to me once or twice. It was weird, but it wasn't the end of the world. I just removed the structures again and got a few more materials when doing so. It wasn't like it was regularly happening, and I was travelling in and out of outposts for hours on end. I didn't see much talk from people complaining about this, but it is good that it's fixed. But this definitely wasn't high up on the list of the community's concerns. Then we have fixed an issue that caused hazard damage to remain even when the hazard was removed by bulldozing in outposts. So this refers to a lot of areas that you can extract gas materials from. There's normally an indicator like a gaseous geyser pumping up smoke. By building over it, you can remove it, and every time I did this, it did remove the effects it had on the area. But again, it would be very annoying if it happened to you and you didn't realise until after setting up. Good fix, Bethesda. Now this last one on the update notes mentioned cargo links. This could be exactly what we are looking for. It says, fixed an issue where Outposts cargo links would be removed from the terminal list if connected, disconnected, then reconnected to another cargo link during the cargo link landing sequence. Now this one looks like it's starting to address the main issue people were having with Outposts, but that's it, it only looks like it. This actually misses the bigger concerns of Outpost builders, as it's a fix for only when setting up the outpost. The main problem people were having happened after everything was set up and working, but then suddenly things broke. Cargo links disconnected themselves, ships landing without actually taking any materials that are in the cargo links waiting to go, materials moving out or into containers that are not connected in that way. This includes materials being put into the input of the cargo link from the landing ship instead of going to the output, then making a circular trip and blocking up everything. None of this is addressed in the fix. This is actually a very specific event that, while annoying if you manage to trigger it, it will only affect a very tiny amount of players. None of this addresses the community's top issues with Outposts. Since the release of the game in September, there have been 8 updates with patch notes, and of them, besides the last 2 that say they fixed weapon crate exploit and didn't, this is the first update that even touches the Outpost system, and it was extremely underwhelming. Starfield was supposed to be Todd Howard's passion project, but since the release I can't say that I've seen much care and attention given to the game from Bethesda. This patch does a lot of other fixes to other areas of the game, such as animation, creature and enemies, crew and companions, graphics, power, quests and random encounters, ship and ship customization, skills, weapons and items, and well, some general bugs and fixes. But after 6 months, we've only got things fixed that shouldn't have been broken at launch, considering Starfield was delayed for 10 months for these reasons. without fixing the main concerns of the player base in each of the areas I mentioned before, and the release of the Creator Kit 2 tools for the modding community, I see little future for Starfield to be the long-running game Bethesda had intended. I don't even think the release of the Xbox exclusive game to be playable on PlayStation will help. Let me know what you think about the future of Starfield and what Bethesda needs to do for Starfield to not fade away into obscurity.